transmitted in to the multiverse. Since that time, the Galactic Further analysis suggested the planet Earth has become subject to a level 1 disturbance, which could not be diffused and
The Galactic Federation. The Galactic Federation. The Galactic Federation. The Galactic Federation. The Galactic Federation.
Radio Tommy, it's Project Bluestar. It's week 353 with 4 years to go until 2012, the 23rd of December. How's the week been down there at Earth Sanctuary?
Yeah, it's very exciting down here. It's been another week and we've had a hot spell. Joe will explain the recent hurricane winds in Alice Springs,
That's right.
Central Australia. Obviously up in the craft it's a totally different story. We get different views, get to see the whole shambangle. But globally there's been some serious social change and climatically are people adjusting to what's going on. There's been some great unfoldments for Earth Sanctuary. The announcement of the Earth Base Festival coming in November. That's a bit exciting.
That is pretty exciting.
It's enough to get anyone going, and look, there's more news to come.
There is more news to come. We've got on this particular program, we've got quite a few letters from around the world, from some superstars ranging from the United States to the UK to South America. So we'll quickly get to some of those questions. They've got some vital questions there for you, Tommy. They'd like to have answered by the Galactic Federation. We're also crossing back down to Earth Sanctuary, where Joey's also got some news locally on some climate change, and also there's been lots of activity, Tommy, particularly in the Northern Territory of Australia, of UFO sightings. Yeah,
so they say that it's a bit of a beauty. It's been very active all the time. It's nice to know, as we've often said, that the fifth dimension is there, whether people are conscious of it. Maybe people are becoming more conscious of it, and that's the point.
It's possible. I think it's very possible, but it's all happening.
It is good to hear. Northern Territory seems like a bit of a platform. There's a lot of other human beings within the Northern Territory. It makes me think about what's going on in those places. It's certainly a good spot. If I was in a craft, I'd certainly pop in and say good day.
Do you think the team at Earth Sanctuary may have opened up some portholes?
Oh, I think
possible.
I think it's fair to say that there's a little bit of a magnetic attraction going on, considering the questions and answers that are being put forward there in Central Australia. They're asking the big questions, and I guess the answers are bound to come.
They are asking the big questions. Well, let's jump down there to Earth Sanctuary, where Joey's got some information. So, how you going down there, Joey?
Yeah, all good. Just a bit of an update on the UFOs. I think we must be inviting them. This is only a couple of 100 k's north from where we are, so it's particularly in Wycliffe in Northern Territory. But this is quite a regular event. Here's, for example, one from June a couple of months ago. UFOs invade NT. So it's almost like a running thing here going on. And this is just yesterday, another mass UFO sighting, as you can see there.
Just move your fingers there, Joey.
Yeah, can you see him there? So it gives you an idea. So if you want to see these guys hovering around in the sky, particularly at night, come to Wycliffe, just a couple of 100 k's from NT. It's all happening. They've seen them, and they just sort of stare at the things, and then some of them actually set up camp overnight, and the following day, just to see them come back and disappear again. Definitely active.
It's nice to know what sort of craft are being seen anywhere around the world, so we can put some classification to it and start setting up our own database to exactly where these vehicles, because after all they're only a Ford or they're a Holden. it's the civilisations where they're coming from, which is obviously a bit more important for us.
Yeah, that's right, Danny. Astrobiology is alive and well. There's plenty of places out there. There's plenty of civilisations who are busy doing their thing, just as we are on our own Earth. And once we get over the hurdle that we're far from alone in this galaxy, we can just get on with the observations of what's happening and maybe get on ourselves as a species to survive and consider things like energy, housing, and where we come from in the scheme of things. The big questions open up, and that's partly why we're here, I guess.
That's right. It's a very exciting time to be here on the Earth, or indeed be up here in beautiful space. Now, Tommy, part of the Galactic Federation Forum, we've got a question here from Mike Esperance in California. Good on you, Mike. Thanks for writing. He watches the YouTube daily updates by the GF and is very excited. He says thank you, and he wants to know where he can access music, CDs. Oh,
fair enough. Very good question, mate. It's a bit of a beauty. Good old MILK has been going on for some time. We've now released an iTunes button which is on the GF 2012 site, and if you get on there you'll see a bit of a peace symbol with our ugly noggins on it, and if you press that you'll get onto iTunes and you'll be able to access 18 of our songs, but we've got a few more than that. I think we've got about 70 or 80 that are in recording and being done and been thrown together and whatnot. So lovely that you should appreciate the jingles that we're throwing out there. We do enjoy them.
It's nice that someone does.
Yeah, it's nice. And
Good on you, Mike.
Proud to say I have bought an album myself. And so get on the site, get onto iTunes and have a bit of a crack, and more importantly pick up some drumsticks yourself and participate. We're not the only ones in this band. It is a global band, and the human race is really a part of the team. So
there you go. We've got another letter here from Azul Star. He was stating, he said, "Greetings family, 'tis Bluestar. I was in Hopi Land in February 2008 and visited Grandfather Martin and was given the star knowledge to bring to the 9 volcanoes in Costa Rica. He was invited to film and share with the world the knowledge of the prophecy rock which he has in his possession." We've got enormous amounts of letters, Tommy, from all sorts of people who talk about being given sacred knowledge from Indigenous people all around the world. So got any special comments to people like this?
Oh, look, it's wonderful, Danny. Everyone's born into this world with a gift, and I think we've found there's nothing more important in this time than to link these people together. We all are part of the puzzle when it comes to the solution, and these people, we couldn't encourage more to come forward and share their knowledge, share their beliefs, their understandings, because we are by all means creating a platform to help instigate those minds out there to come together, and we understand that in that coming together great things start to happen. So join forces. The agents for change is what I'm thinking of when I hear about those sort of talents.
We might explain that a little bit later about the agents for change. We have one more letter before we go back down to Earth Sanctuary to visit Joey again. This is from Brett Berg, and Brett resides in New York, and he states in his letter, "It's only been about 2 or 3 months till he really became more clear with the big picture to yet unfold thus far. Understanding about the Illuminati, Planet X, the beautiful and loving Pleiadians, the not-so-nice reptilian race, and the net, the Mayan calendar, the Greys, alien abductions, UFOs, and government cover-ups have found it all the way to Brett. He also includes the fake NASA pictures, the fake government, and the distortion of truth for the last 6,000 years. He was indeed blown away and can't even believe the words that have been coming out of his mouth when he shares all this with fellow New Yorkers about all this amazing information which is flooding or diluting onto the planet Earth as we speak. And he wants to know, or he wants to, in brackets, Tommy, he says, "Please tell me I'm not dreaming. Is he losing his mind?"
Oh, well, look, don't be afraid of losing your mind, because it's the process of losing your mind where you find yourself. So don't be worried about that. There's, I think, any human being who's willing to ask the big questions feels a little bit detached for a while, gets a little bit lost, tries to grab hold of things to find some anchorage. But rest assured, it's like organisations like our own that exist. We've all individually gone through the same what feels like a predicament, but becomes your own salvation as a human being, knowing who you are, knowing where you're from. Don't feel violated or abused by the words of lies or deception and the rest of it, because ultimately it's your own awakening that has helped reveal that. You've shed some light on the situation. It's about going forward and not worrying about the past too much. These people have done it. They've got their own spiritual unfoldment.